Imagine this: the biggest night in sports, the ESPY Awards. Hollywood's red carpet is buzzing. NFL stars in tailored suits, flashing smiles for the cameras, soaking in the applause. But one rookie quarterback was nowhere to be found. Shedeur Sanders didn't show up for the glitz, the glamour, or the Instagram moments. Instead, he was thousands of miles away, walking through the ashes of a Cleveland neighborhood that had just been torn apart. Why would a fifth-round draft pick, still fighting for a spot on the roster, skip the biggest stage in sports? The answer might just change how you see leadership in the NFL. Stick around, because Shedeur's story is about to unfold in a way you won't expect. It's a quiet Monday night in Cleveland's Garden Valley, a neighborhood where hope often feels like a luxury. Suddenly, a deafening explosion rips through the Rainbow Terrace apartments. Flames swallow homes in seconds, turning memories, clothes, and futures to ash. More than 100 residents, mostly Black, mostly working class, flee into the night. 42 families lose everything. A father, burned over 90% of his body, lies in a coma. His 2 young children barely clinging to life, but Shedeur Sanders saw it. He felt it. While others jetted off to LA for the ESPYs, he made a choice that would set him apart. He didn't just skip the red carpet, he rejected the whole idea that a rookie's job is to chase clout. At 22, still finding his footing in the NFL, Shedeur heard a call deeper than any playbook. "God told me to come out here," he said, plain and simple. "I'm never going to question his word." That's not a soundbite, that's conviction. But what he did next wasn't just about showing up, it was about showing the world what leadership really looks like. Before he even set foot in Garden Valley, the warnings started. "Don't go down there," people told him. "It's not safe. It's not your job. Let someone else handle it." You know what's unspoken in those words? Garden Valley isn't just a place. It's a neighborhood too often stereotyped, feared, blamed for its own pain. For a young Black quarterback, stepping into that space uninvited takes more than courage. It takes defiance. Shedeur didn't listen to the noise. He posted on social media himself. No PR team, no handlers. Just a simple message: "I'm pulling up, be there." And when he arrived, he didn't come with a speech or a check. He came with a football, a smile, and a heart ready to heal. Picture this: a parking lot in Garden Valley, still scarred from the explosion. Nearly 1,000 residents gather, hesitant at first, their grief still raw. Then Shedeur Sanders steps out, tossing a spiral to a wide-eyed kid. That's when the magic starts. He called it the Garden Valley Fun Fest, but don't let the name fool you. This wasn't a photo op charity event. This was joy in motion. For 4 hours, Shedeur turned a broken blacktop into a playground. Kids who'd lost their homes chased him for touchdowns. Toddlers blew bubbles with him. Grandmothers swaying to the DJ's music laughed as he tried his hand at cornhole. No designer gear, no entourage, just Shedeur in sneakers, blending in like he was one of them. Because in that moment, he was. Cleveland Browns teammate Mike Carl Jr. showed up too, but even he knew who the real star was. Not the quarterback fighting for reps, but the man who gave his time freely. Kids slipped past a small video crew for selfies and hugs, their smiles brighter than any stadium lights. This wasn't about Shedeur's draft stock or his famous last name. It was about presence, about reminding a community that joy still had a place in their lives. But as those photos spread, Shedeur high-fiving kids, hugging elders, the murmurs started again. Why wasn't this on ESPN? Why were people mad he skipped the ESPYs? The answer says more about us than it does about him. Let's talk about the backlash. Shedeur Sanders, a fifth-round rookie, chose a grieving neighborhood over the ESPY's red carpet. You'd think that'd earn him universal praise. Think again. The criticism came fast, petty, predictable, and loud. Some called it performative, a stunt for attention. Others questioned his commitment to the NFL as if a rookie can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Let's be real. If a first-round white quarterback did this, he'd be hailed as a hero. Sports Illustrated would have him on the cover. Nike would have a commercial in the works. But Shedeur, he got shade. The ESPYs, a stage built to celebrate courage and leadership, ignored a moment that embodied both. His absence wasn't a protest, but it became one. A quiet rebuke of a culture that values theatrics over authenticity. Shedeur's response? Pure class. He didn't clap back on social media or fire off hot takes. He doubled down on purpose. "I just wanted a day for everybody to get out here and have some type of enjoyment," he told local reporters. Bring the family atmosphere back. Then he dropped a line that cuts through the noise. Sending money is easy, but you have to actually go out there and be in the flesh. That's a direct hit on the performative charity we see too often. Checks wired, black squares posted, but no real presence. Shedeur wasn't calculating optics. He was cultivating but this wasn't a one-off. Before his jersey even hit stores, Shedeur was in Cleveland's classrooms. At John Marshall High School, he told students, many black, many doubted, just like him, that he's here to bring a Super Bowl to Cleveland. Not arrogance, but belief. After the Rainbow Terrace fire, he didn't stop at the Fun Fest. He kept showing up quietly, consistently, building trust in a city that's seen too many promises. Let's zoom out for a second. The NFL loves its Inspire Change initiatives. Polished ads, big promises, billion-dollar budgets. But when a real tragedy hit Cleveland, where was the league? No front office statements, no fundraisers, no tributes. Just silence. Shedeur's Fun Fest wasn't just a day of joy, it was a statement, a refusal to let systemic neglect define the outcome. He walked into a community the world overlooked and said, I see you, I'm with you. That's the kind of leadership the NFL claims to celebrate but rarely amplifies. Where does this come from? Shedeur's roots tell part of the story. His father, Shedeur Sanders, lit up the NFL with flash and fire. Gold chains, big plays, bigger personality, but Shedeur's different. Where Shedeur dazzled, Shedeur grounds. Raised by a legend who taught him that greatness is about what you give, not what you get. Shedeur wears responsibility like a second skin. He's not chasing his father's spotlight. He's carving his own path, quieter but no less profound. On the field, Shedeur's just as focused. Training camp is looming, and he's not demanding first-team reps or whining about his fifth-round draft slot. I got time, he says, calm and steady. Time to grow, time to learn. He's soaking up wisdom from veterans like Joe Flacco, mastering the playbook, building trust with teammates who see him show up off the field too. In a league obsessed with flash, Shedeur's betting on substance. While others chase viral deep balls, he's chasing meaning. Cleveland's starting to notice. Fans aren't just watching his arm, they're watching his heart. His presence in Garden Valley, his talks at local schools, his refusal to let doubt dictate his pace. This is a quarterback who understands his legacy won't just be built on Sundays. It's being built every day he chooses to show up when no one asked him to. And here's the kicker, the Fun Fest wasn't just a feel-good moment. Shedeur's efforts raised thousands in donations for Rainbow Terrace families, helping them rebuild. He didn't just bring joy, he brought. So, what's the bigger picture? Shedeur Sanders is redefining what it means to be a leader in the NFL, not by chasing trophies or headlines, but by choosing presence over performance, by standing in the ashes when others stayed in the spotlight. His story challenges us to rethink what we value, optics or impact, fame or faith. Legacy isn't built when the cameras are rolling. It's built in the quiet moments, when no one's watching, when a rookie quarterback picks up a football and reminds a broken community that what does legacy mean to you? Is it the trophies, the headlines, or the lives you touch when no one's looking? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If Shedeur's story moved you, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more stories that go beyond the game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.